Selamat siang. Suara saya terdengar? Belum kita mulai?
Benar, Pak. Terdengar.
Ya. Oke, baik. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you very much for your join to the ICENIS conference. I would like to inform that my name is Joko Windarto atau Jaka Windarta from Diponegoro University, Master Program of Energy. And I will as a moderator on the room 6, on the room 6, and we have, according the schedule, we have 8 presenter, and then for each presenter have time 15 minutes, 10 minutes for presentation and 5 minutes for discussion. So we have time per presenter is 15 minutes total. According to the schedule, the first presenter is Anissa. Is correct, Anissa?
Correct, present.
Okay. And then the title is Organic Waste Treatment Using Black Soldier Fly. Please to present your presentation 10 minutes. After that, discussion 5 minutes. Please, Miss Anissa, time for you.
Thank you, Mr. Jaka Windarta. Okay, have you seen my PowerPoint?
Yeah, it's clear.
Okay, right. Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, thank you for giving me time to present my paper. My name is Anissa Silapespita. I'm from Diponegoro University, and I'm the co-author of the paper. And this paper title, Organic Waste Treatment Using Black Soldier Fly. So let's get started. So this is my outline. I would like to start from research background, and then I will go to the methodology, and then life cycle of BASF and factor affecting the BASF performance, and then projection, and the last is conclusion. In the big cities in Indonesia, organic waste group can reach 70% of organic waste. And one solution to reduce organic waste by recycling waste activity. But we know that the recycle of organic waste or bio waste is still limited, even though this type of waste is the most significant contributor to the waste produced. Many research have revealed that the BASF can properly degrade organic waste up to 80% of the amount of organic waste given, and this type of fly is the best type of fly for the biodegradation. The use of BASF in degrading organic waste have been proven to overcome the generation of organic waste effectively. However, there has no research that discuss the project need of BASF larva to degrade some existing organic waste and increase the performance of BASF larva. Okay, this is the methodology. The method used in my paper is a review of various relevant literature about BASF, search from Scopus Index publication journal such as Google Scholar, Elsevier, Springer, ResearchGate, with issuance period in the last 10 years. And research has been done previously by EAWAC Swiss Federal Institute of Aquatic Science and Technology with the title Organic Waste Processing with Black Soldier Fly. In the picture, we can see the anatomical difference between male and female BASF seen in the tail. The tail of the female BASF is the more pointed and has a needle-like appearance than a male BASF, which tend to be blunter. Okay, life cycle of BASF. black soldier fly or Hematia illusion belongs to the order of Diptera, family Stratiomidae. Other research revealed that the species was first reported in Hawaii in the Hilo Sugar Company, originated in America. And I will start from adult of BSF with a lifetime 5 until 8 days. Then BSF lay egg with an egg period is 2 until 4 days. And we know that the eggs are a sign of the start of BSF life cycle and the end of previous life cycle. One female BSF will lay about 500 until 900 eggs and die shortly after laying egg. And then flies will hatch and become larvae with lifetime 2 until 3 weeks. And BSF only eat when in larva phase. After 5 phase, the larva instar will enter to the prepupa phase with the lifetime 7 until 10 days. So the total amount required in the BSF life cycle is 40 to 5 days. And then the factor affecting the BSF performance. BSF performance is strongly influenced by factors such as temperature, pH, moisturizer content, light source, and available of oxygen. And now I will explain by one, start from temperature. BSF can survive and can degrade organic waste in extreme weather. What type of organic waste from animals and plants can be a source of feed for BSF larvae. And BSF larvae will die and cannot continue the life if they are at temperature over 45 degrees Celsius and less than 7 degrees Celsius. And then the second is pH. One of the parameters that affect BSF is pH. pH optimum for growth BSF over 6. So it can be concluded that BSF larva will not eat organic waste with high acidity level. And then moisturizer content. Research revealed that the optimum moisturizer content in BSF at 70% until 80%. Because if the moisturizer content in organic waste is too much composition, BSF larva will move to dry place by exiting the reactor. But if the water content of bio-waste is too dry, it will affect the decrease in the efficiency of BSF larva in eating organic waste. So it can be conclude the controlling bio-waste moisturizer can solve the problem. And then light source. BSF larva is a photophobic animal. In the larva phase, they tend to stay away from light source. At the prepupa stage, they will go out naturally from breeding reactor and looking for a dark dry shelter place before turning into the cocoon. And the last is available of oxygen. The feasibility of BSF larva show that the midgut in the BSF larva consists two parts, namely the anaerobic part and the aerobic part. So it can be known that the BSF need oxygen to breathe. And then the projection. Okay, based on the research conducted by EAWAC Swiss Federal Institute of Aquatic Science and Technology in 2017, revealed that the one BSF egg weighs 2.5 extend to 5 grams. And 1 gram egg yields 2 kilograms of larva, and 15 kilograms of waste need 2 kilograms of larva. So based on the result of this research, we can calculate the larva need to degrade the existing organic waste. Okay, here I will take an example of organic waste in Bayuntoro landfill. Based on the research conducted by Hermina, in Bayuntoro landfill Kulon Progo special region of Yogyakarta, resulting organic waste of 18 2,411 kilograms per day. So based on the data, can be noted the need for PSF larva to degrade organic waste is 2,455 kilograms per day of larva and produce as much as 491 kilograms of pupa with a failure percentage 20%. And biopon is a container made of wooden boards in which there is a feed media larva PSF. And biopon vertical is a practical container for PSF larva in processing organic waste. It is easy to clean, land saving, and easy to migrate into drier area to avoid any predator entry from the surrounding environment. Okay, we can see in the picture of graph, we know that the calculation of the amount of PSF larva needed to create organic waste is continue to increase. And there will be effect is population explosion, and we need solution of this. And the solution is utilization of PSF larva such as pellet, snack, animal feed, and extra. And based on the Sogari error in 2019, revealed that the high amino acid contained in PSF larva have benefit to improve the immunity and health of farm animal. Okay, and this is the conclusion. Factor the effect of performance of PSF in degrading waste include temperature, pH, and then moisturizer content, like salt and oxygenate that I have explained before. So the organic waste processing to optimization, it can be optimized on environmental condition and food source PSF, such as putting in the shady environment, a warm climate of 30 degrees Celsius until 36 degrees Celsius. And then the weather content in a food source between 60% until 90% with a pH of 6 until 10. Then larva easy degrade and take place in the open. And then we need 2,455 kilograms per day of PSF larva to degrade organic waste in Bayuntara landfill, Kulon Progo, Yogyakarta, with the total incoming organic waste is 19,411 kilograms per day. Okay, thank you. And I'm sorry if I have a mistake when I explained my paper. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you very much, Ms. Anissa, for doing your presentation and very good presentation. And now we open for the discussion. Maybe any question or suggestion from the participant? Any question or suggestion? No? Okay, we need maybe discussion about the waste, because waste is, we have two, yeah, the unorganic and organic, yeah. Actually, the problem is unorganic waste, yeah. Is correct, Ms. Anissa?
Organic waste, Mr.
Yeah, this is organic, yeah.
Yes.
For your research, yeah. But the problem actually unorganic, yeah, or organic waste in the land of the.
Maybe in a ICENIS scope.
Yeah.
Show the scope of even environmental, just environmental.
Okay.
So I take this scope in my paper.
Your this is organic waste.
Yes.
Okay. Any question or suggestion from the participant? No? If not any suggestion or question, we give applause to Ms. Anisha. Thank you very much for your presentation. Thank you. And then we continue from the number second. Number second is Dian Agus Widyar. Dian Agus.
Agus, okay.
Hello, Mr. Dian. Okay, you have 15 minutes, 10 minutes for the presentation and 5 minutes for discussion. Your title is Statistical Test of Difference in the Value of the Soil Bearing Capacity Affected by Tidal Flooding and Non-Tidal Flooding for the Disaster Mitigation. Please, Mr. Dian, to start your presentation, 10 minutes.
Sorry, I would like to share my screen. Okay, thank you, Mr. Jaka.
Yeah, please.
Present my paper. My title is Statistical Test of Difference in the Value of Soil Bearing Capacity Affected by Tidal Flood and
Maybe your sound is still not clear. You okay, please try. Okay, please, Mr. Tian. Your volume maybe to increase, maybe.
Check, Mr. Jaka.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jaka. Okay, I would like to send this is my outline, introduction, method review, methodology, result and discussion, summary and conclusion, and action. As we know that the soil bearing capacity is the ability of the soil to be able to transmit pressure from the foundation of the building structure on both structure are supported by a foundation system. And geotechnical investigation to retrieve the subsurface condition and the soil bearing capacity is required to support infrastructure planning. And this is soil bearing capacity. Soil is classified as cohesive and non-cohesive. And the engineering geological investigation as practical science or engineering practice has some purposes in order to the geological impact of the site, construction, and operation. And there are many types of foundation system and how to select the most suitable for a particular structure that influenced by the subsurface soil condition. Laying the foundation to support the building structure is challenged on both single solid and multi-solid. Without the sufficient set, so the basis of the building structure that exceed to soil building capacity can lead to the building collapse. And as we know that the Semarang city get the seawater intrusion and the rock. The seawater intrusion process into the rock formation, but at onshore are exposed to the inundation of the seawater by seawater in the aquifer system in the coastal areas. And the change of salinity in the freshwater is caused by any fluctuation of the seawater level and the different density between seawater and freshwater. And the tidal flood is a natural phenomenon where seawater enters into the land area when the sea level expanding high tide. This is my methodology. The result the test by soil bearing capacity, and the variable test by value of the simulation result of the soil bearing capacity calculation, and we use the Terzaghi formula to calculate data. Verification is done by using statistical test is in the form of ANOVA different test. The result of the soil bearing capacity were analyzed by correction in confidence level of 95%. And this is my result discussion in nutrition area. 14 with the foundation we use in 1.2 meters and depth 1.5 meters. And the measurement we can see the ultimate of soil bearing capacity, cohesion, bearing capacity factor depend on friction angle. And the measurement result of soil bearing capacity in the multi-nutrition area range from 130.5 to 398 with an average of 290. In the tidal flood, nutrition we make nutrition and tidal flood. The measurement area result of soil bearing capacity in nutrition and tidal flood range from 97.37 to 572 with an average of 208 bearing capacity. In low-end nutrition in tidal flood area, we can see the measurement result of soil bearing capacity in nutrition and rock areas range from 221 and 22 to 1,332 with an average of 639. Testing to the soil bearing capacity in statistical test. The testing is different in soil bearing capacity in 3 areas consisting of intrusion with rock, and the area without intrusion and tidal flood area. Using ANOVA and followed test by using the LSD or the significant difference method. The LSD method is used to reference in determining with the average of the two placement in statistical difference or not. And this is my ANOVA test result. Based on this table, we can see that the top rate of value is 10.163 with a significance of 4.001. So if I count this and the rejection are under 4.05, this means that area there is a difference between soil bearing capacity in the area of intrusion with tidal flood, and no intrusion and tidal flood. And the result of LSD or least significant difference, the result of the further test shows that the biggest difference is between the soil bearing capacity of the intrusion areas and tidal flood with no intrusion and tidal flood with an average difference 430 with a significant difference of 1. There is difference in soil bearing capacity between the intrusion area with no intrusion and tidal flood with an average difference 490. And the value is there is different with intrusion and tidal flood, no different with intrusion area with no intrusion. And this is my summary and conclusion of this experience. That based on ANOVA test result of soil bearing capacity, that can be seen that there is a difference between soil bearing capacity in the area of intrusion with tidal flood and non-intrusion and tidal flood. The result of the LSD method shows that the biggest difference is between the soil bearing capacity of the intrusion area and tidal flood with no intrusion and tidal flood. And there is the difference in the soil bearing capacity between the intrusion area with no intrusion and tidal flood with an average. The value of soil bearing capacity in the intrusion area with intrusion and tidal flood has no difference. This shows that the areas affected by intrusion and tidal flood have a change in the value of their soil bearing capacity compared to areas not affected by intrusion and tidal flood. it's necessary to pay attention to and be aware of area planning because it will affect by the resilience of the area if it's exposed to intrusion and development. It's necessary to limit the areas affected by intrusion and development. And this movement, the presenter thanks to Mr. Pomodoro for having character of the city, part of the development and implementation of RTP, for the 21 official year. Thank you very much. This is my presentation, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Dian Agus. Recording your presentation is very good. Yeah, very nice. And we open for the discussion. Any question or suggestion from the participant? Any question or suggestion? If not, maybe we discussion, yeah, just one opinion for Mr. Dian. According the 10 years later, Semarang or Jakarta will sink, yeah, or tenggelam. Yeah. What opinion, Mr. Dian, about Jakarta and Semarang city will sink 10 years later? Is correct, that is?
The subsidence of Semarang is 10 centimeters every year.
Because from the, yeah, the rock, yeah, from the rock, yeah.
When subsidence is 10 centimeters per year. So there are many factors of the subsidence in Semarang. One is groundwater and the lithology of Semarang. Semarang consists of clay, is not unconcentrated clay. There is if we can make the pressure of building in the Semarang, not Semarang, it will make faster of land subsidence in Semarang. So we can do get slowly of the land subsidence by stop using groundwater in Semarang city. We can use seawater from Semarang. We can use recycling. We use seawater, or we can make good planning for the building or the infrastructure. As we know that the Semarang city, northern Semarang, there are many infrastructure. We can see the airport or factory, industry in Semarang. So next year we can to move the infrastructure building to southern Semarang. It make subsidence slowly to get it. That's the answer, Mr.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Dian Agus, for your opinion about the Semarang city and Jakarta city. Yeah. Thank you. And we give applause to Mr. Dian Agus. Thank you very much for your presentation. And then we continue to Mr. Jumari, correct? Mr. Jumari, with title is the potential of functional food plan at KHDTK, kawasan hutan dalam tujuan khusus ya, Wanadipa, Penggaron, Sentral Jawa. Please, Mr. Jumari, to present your presentation. 10 minutes.
Thank you to Pak Jaka Windarta. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hello everyone. Now I'm going to present about the potential of functional food plan in KHDTK Undip, Wanadipa, Penggaron, Semarang, Sentral Java. We are from Department of Biology, Diponegoro University. this presentation section for part. The part 1, functional food is food that has positive physiological effect on the health beyond nutritional function. Nutraceutical substances have been developed from functional food, which has indicated physiological advance of protection against infectious disease.
Sorry, Pak Jumari, can slide show?
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay.
Yeah, great.
Functional plant food are functional food of origin from plant, for example, soybean, from rice, tomatoes, garlic, grape, tea, and so on. Animal function food are functional food of origin from animal, for example, fish, milk, and their processed product. Diponegoro University has forest area with specific purpose, namely KHDTK Wanatipa, located in Pengaron, Semarang Regency, Central Java. Pengaron Forest, next to KHDTK, has tremendous potential local plants that are able to develop as a functional food. The research was conducted by fieldwork in identification functional food plant. Data collection was carried out by exploring, recording local name, identifying scientific name, and its utilization. Potency as functional food assessed by literature study. Interview conducted to local people about their knowledge regarding using functional food for their daily life. Result and discuss. There were at least 25 species of functional food plant identified from KHDTK Wanatipa that belong to 12 families. Papaceae has more species, followed by Dioscorea and Araceae. Dioscorea and Araceae are important food plants, are short of carbohydrate. Many types grow around where we live, especially in rural areas. Previously, species to be widely used, but now it has been described. As a result, some types have disappeared. Dioscorea are tuberous herbaceous, perennial lianas growing to 10 meters or more tall. Dioscorea tuber contain thick mucus consisting of glycoprotein and polysaccharides, a bioactive ingredient that function as water-soluble dietary fiber and are hydrocolloids, which are useful for lowering blood glucose level and total cholesterol level, especially LDL. In Wanatipa Pengaron found 4 species from Dioscoreas, that is Dioscorea alata, or yam, or ui, Dioscorea esculenta with common name Kembili, Dioscorea hispida, gadung, and Dioscorea bulbifera, air yam. This is ui or Dioscorea alata. There were 3 or 2 variants, different in color super. This is white, purple, and orange. Has high carbohydrate and glycemic index low and high antioxidant. Kembili or Dioscorea esculenta, there is 3 variants. The enzyme of Kembili tuber is they are high in carbohydrate and contain bioactive compound. There are several bioactive compounds such as water-soluble polysaccharides, dioscorin and diosgenin that can be used for body health. The content of this bioactive compound can function as immunomodulator, preventing metabolic disease, dyslipidemia, diabetes and obesity, immune inflammation, and cancer. And then gadung. Gadung tuber are very poisonous, but can be processed into food. Starch of gadung can be used as analog rice. Then Araceae. Species in Araceae are often rhizotomous or tuberose. Food plants in this family include Colocasia, Xanthosoma, and Amorphobolus. In Manatipa, we found 4 species in Araceae family. That is Colocasia esculenta, Talas, Colocasia gigantea, Talas Bogor, Colocasia species Kimpul, and Amorphobolus pinofolius suak. This is taro or Colocasia esculenta, most popular in Java with many namely Talas, Lompong, Kimpul, and Bentul. Taro is rich in starch and has potential to serve as a prebiotic source. Taro leaves are rich source of protein, ascorbic acid, dietary fiber, and other. And then suak Amorphobolus pinofolius, close related to porang, that more popular than suak. No, porang is a very promising commodity. One of the components suak and porang, namely glucomannan, is known to have a role in reducing blood sugar level by stimulating an intestine not to absorb more sugar from food. There are many variants, and this is cassava, Manihot utilissima. There are many variants. Cassava has known to have low glycemic index, recommended for diabetic. And then sweet potato, this scientific name Ipomea patatas, popular with name local ubi rambat or telopendem atau telur rambat, which has level of carbohydrate, carotene, and anthocyanin. And then arrowroot or carrot putih, with scientific name Maranta arundinacea, is an alternative crop source of carbohydrate with enormous potential to be developed. For product from arrowroot plant have special bitter which are easy to digest because the content of the glycemic index is low, lower than wheat, potatoes, and cassava, and gluten-free. Then sepoka or Solanum torfum is as vegetable, has potential as functional fruit ingredient because antioxidant compounds with quite right, they are proven as herbal medicine. Butterfly pea or kembang telang, all part of plant reported have a various positive effect on human health. The blue petal is particular, show functional activity include as an antioxidant, anti-diabetic, anti-obesity, anti-cancer, anti-inflammatory, and antibiotic. Then secang, Caesalpinia sapan. The plant contains flavonoid and terpenoid compound which useful as antioxidant. Secang would extract antioxidant index higher than commercial antioxidant. Then bamboo queen, bamboo shoot, a serpung, is a useful as nutraceutical are of commonly called as functional food, and also beneficial for head. Bambusa vulgaris, one of the type of bamboo that produce the best bamboo shoot. Lumpia is a special Semarang food that use bamboo shoot as the main ingredient. And then people knowledge, based on the result of interview, that almost 70% of people know that species of functional food plant. More than 50% use this special of plant for daily life, and just 30% were sold in the market. And the last conclusion, there is a large diversity of plant species that have the potential as functional food. In terms of conservation, high diversity of functional food plant in Kahaditika, Wanadipa, is able to be developed by educating and empowering communities to conserve, but also able to improve their welfare. Okay, thank you for your attention. Thank Pak Jaka. Saya kembalikan.
Thank you, Mr. Jumari, for your presentation. It's very good and very nice. That is the good news. Yeah, Undip have the Wanadipa. No, yeah, it's around 100 hectare. Yeah, it's correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, total is 100 hectare. Okay, maybe any suggestion or question from the participant? Wanadipa is very close with the Ungaran city. It's very easy to the access road. Yeah, it's good.
Great, great, Pak
Yeah.
Jaka.
Any question? No? Maybe what we need discussion, just small discussion about Wanadipa. What your opinion, the Wanadipa, because Wanadipa also is very close with the city, and then also and the Wanadipa also have the Jateng village, yeah, Jateng village. Maybe you can explain that is what the next plan for the Wanadipa did.
Wanadipa Beach is located near in with campus Undip. Located is for proposing to develop to research to develop edu tourism, because
Yeah, ecotourism.
yeah, because there are many beautiful city.
Yeah, yeah.
Very beautiful city and many potential for to develop and to develop for research, for edutainment, for wisata, and so on. This is so large potential for development. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe also for the tourist fruit plantation. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Tourist fruit plantation is very nice.
That's
And
right.
the Wanadipa. Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Jumari, for your presentation. Good.
Pak Joko.
Okay. Thank you. We give applause to Mr. Jumari. Thank you, Pak Jumari. And then after that, we continue to Arya Jati. Is correct? Arya Jati?
Excuse me,
Yeah.
Mr. Joko.
Yeah, please.
Yes, Mr. Joko, I'm still having a technical difficulty with the sharing of the material. Can I go to the last presenter, Pak Joko?
Yeah,
I'm afraid I'm having
the
technical difficulty. I think I'm having technical difficulty with the PowerPoint.
It means you want to the last presenter.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay, no problem. Okay. Maybe Miss Indah, yeah, is correct. After Mr. Arya Jati, at the schedule, we will check first. Rizka Amalia, ya. Rizka Amalia. Halo. Rizka?
Hello.
No? And then Indah.
Hello.
Yeah.
I'm for the paper of Rizka Amalia.
Oh, you will
Present.
present to Rizka Amalia.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you. Please, and then 10 minutes for your presentation, 5 minutes for discussion. Please.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Okay. Good afternoon, honorable audiences. Thank you for being here. My name is Alfian Pujiastuti. I'm majoring in Industrial Chemical Engineering Vocational School, Diponegoro University. I'm the co-author of this paper, and this paper titled Preliminary Study on the Production of Antimicrobial Natural Day Fabric by Simultaneous Dyeing and Titanium Oxide Coating Process. And this is our teams. There are Rizka Amalia, Vita Paramita, Heni Kusumayanti, Alfian Pujiastuti, and Hanif M. Faturrahman. The next, here is introduction. Natural tea gained high attention for the last 10 decades due to their environment-friendly characteristic. Besides its many advantages of natural tea, there are also disadvantages such as the appearance of microorganisms. The porous and rough properties of fabric also makes it conducive to the growth of the harmful microorganisms, which can reduce the quality of the fabric. Titanium oxide is an inorganic antibacterial material with insoluble in water. Previous study report that the antibacterial titanium oxide can fight Escherichia coli with a reduction of 99.990% of bacteria under activation of visible light. It also reports that titanium oxide can kill both gram-positive and gram-negative bacteria. Antimicrobial textile products have become increasingly important in medical and non-medical products. The final process of natural dye fabric production by giving antibacterial is important to produce safe and healthy fabrics. However, there were no studies on the use of titanium oxide material for application in natural color fabrics. Therefore, in this research, titanium oxide coating will be done on natural color fabrics. And here methodology, there are material and procedure. The material we use cotton fabric, were supplied from a local retailer in Semarang, Indonesia. And then 3 pills of Napoleon lepesium. In bahasa we know as rambutan. And then distilled water used for extraction and preparation of the solution. And then nanoparticle titanium oxide as an antimicrobial agent and lime for fixation process was purchased from Merck. And the next is procedure. In the procedure, we have first step. First is simultaneous dyeing titanium oxide coating process. This illustration of this process can be seen in figure 1, which include mordanting process, extraction, coating, dyeing, and titanium oxide coating, and fixation. And the second is evaluation of antimicrobial effectiveness. We use the ISO 20743 in the years of 13, and we also use GISLL 1902 in the years of 2015 method. And the third is color strength evaluation. The color direction and color difference was analyzed using the Scilab 1976 method. The color strength analysis used a spectrophotometer by measuring the reflectance or R at a certain wavelength so that the lowest value is taken at the maximum wavelength. The R value is then converted into a color strength based on the Kubel-Kermang equation. And the last is characterization. Titanium oxide coating process, a natural dye fabric, was evaluated by EDX instrument. Scanning electron microscope was done to determine the morphology of cotton fibers, and the XRT test is carried out to determine the arrangement of atoms in crystalline material, including their size and structure. And the next is result and discussion. We have figure 2, there are the effect of titanium oxide coating on natural color fabric on the growth of Staphylococcus aureus bacteria. The effect of titanium oxide coating on natural color fabric on the growth of gram-positive Staphylococcus aureus bacteria was observed. In the figure 2, show the result of quantitative bacterial reduction with the AATCC 100 method. It can be seen that fabric coating with titanium oxide has a positive reduction in S. aureus bacteria. The effectiveness of the antimicrobial activity increases with increasing concentration of titanium oxide layer. In the figure 2, display that the antibacterial activity of titanium oxide in natural color fabric has a peak increase to 40.816 up to 65.306% before 24 hours and 96.562 up to 99.90% at 24 hours of contact time. In this result, confirmed that the sample coat with titanium oxide shows strong inhibitory efficiency against bacteria. And the next is color strength. The effect of titanium oxide coating on the brightness of natural dye fabric was analyzed. As can be seen from Table 1 and Figure 3, the value of L accent after treatment cotton fabric with 0.5% coated titanium oxide is relatively equal with the control samples. The value of L-accent fabrics change higher as the concentration of titanium oxide increases. Then it will decrease slightly at 2% of titanium oxide concentration. The brightness value of the fabric is increasing with the addition of titanium oxide. Furthermore, titanium oxide coating on the fabric can increase the brightness of the fabric due to its white pigment. Color strength were measured to analyze the depth of natural dye fabric color before and after treatment. Table 1 shows that the greater the titanium oxide coated in the fabric, the smaller the color strength value, indicating that high concentration of titanium oxide did not favor the produce of bright colors and fabrics. In general, the usage of titanium oxide as an antimicrobial agent in natural color fabrics effect in color change, but it was not significant. In the next SEM analysis, in the figure 4, show that the surface structure of the two fabrics are not much different. There are no damage to the surface of the fiber. Only small clumps are attached to the fabric. It's possible due to the attachment of dyes from the rambutan peel, the fixation process with alum solution, and the coating of titanium oxide on fabric. Further observation shows the different deposition of lumps in the two fabric. The untreated fabric show uneven flat granules, while in the titanium oxide coated fabric show a fairly uniform distribution of granules. And the next is XRD analysis. The XRD analysis show that the peaks of titanium oxide characteristic, fertile and also anastasis does not appear in all samples but related to titanium oxide coating and without coating. We can see at the figure 5. This is due to the very small amount of titanium oxide in the fabric. It can be related to the low degree of crystallinity from titanium oxide deposit on the fabric. It can be concluded that the difference in the length time for titanium oxide coating gives an effect to the development of titanium oxide structure on the fabric surface. And the next is EDX analysis. The EDX analysis in the figure 6 show that the titanium element on the cotton fabric surface coated by titanium oxide can be easily obtained. The graph shows the existence of different peaks for natural dye fabric coated with titanium oxide when compared to titanium oxide on uncoated fabrics. In the figure 6B, show the energy position in the amount of 4.508 kilo electron volt. which show the existence of titanium with the large weight of 1.18%. This explains the presence of titanium oxide deposition on the surface of natural tea fabric. And utilization of natural tea can be an alternative solution for substituting in synthetic dye which are not environmentally friendly. Nano-titanium oxide is the most environment friendly among all other nanoparticles. Implementation of antimicrobial agents such as titanium oxide in natural color fabrics could reduce the damage to the materials and protect humans' health from the negative effect of microbes. Therefore, a healthy environment can be created. And the conclusion, the results show that fabric coating with titanium oxide has a positive reduction in S. aureus bacteria as the increasing concentration of titanium oxide. The usage of titanium oxide as an antimicrobial agent is natural color fabric effect not significantly in color change, invisible to small differences. From SEM analysis, there are no damage to the surface of the antimicrobial fiber. Only small clumps are attached to the fabric due to the attachment of dye, fixative, and titanium oxide. The EDX show that the titanium oxide fabric determines the energy position of 4.508 kilo electron volt, which show the existence of titanium with the large weight of 1.18%. The result of the XRD analysis show that the degree of crystallinity of titanium oxide in the fabric is low. Implementation of antimicrobial fabrics could reduce the damage to the materials and protect humans' health from the negative effect of microbes. Therefore, a healthy environment can be created. Thank you very much for your great attention, ladies and gentlemen. Back to moderator.
Okay, thank you very much, Ms. Alfian Pujiastuti. It's very good sound and very good presentation. Yeah, it's very clear. Now we open for discussion. If any question or suggestion from the from the participant. Any question or suggestion?
Question.
Please, Mr. Yusuf. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Jaka, for the time. I have a question for Ms. Alfian Pujiastuti regarding your introduction. Can you tell us why do you choose rambutan peel or Nephelium lapesium as raw material for this research? And is there any specific kind of rambutan peel that you use for this research? That's all.
Okay, please, Ms. Alfian Pujiastuti to answer.
Okay, I will answer this question for Mr. Yusuf Arya Yudanto.
Yeah.
Why we use rambutan peels for the extract of natural dye fabric? Because in the rambutan peels have a rich of pigment color. It such as anthocyanin and flavonoid pigment. The and rambutan peels and the peels of the rambutan peels is was so we can if we use the rambutan peels we can reduce waste.
All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Ms. Alfian. Any question or suggestion? No? Okay, thank you very much, Ms. Alfian Pujiastuti. We give applause to you. Okay, thank you. Yeah. And then we continue to Retnoningrum Hidayah, is correct?
Maybe Bu Indah first, right,
Oh.
Mr. Jaga?
Indah. Yeah, please. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Let's share our screen.
Okay, please.
Okay, I will start now.
Yeah, please.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and special distinguished given for our beloved moderator, Dr. Jaka. Thank you for the time given to me. In this session, I will present our paper, Carbon Emission Disclosure and its Determinant. My name Badingatu Soliha, the third author in this paper, because Dr. Indah have the other agenda at this time. We come from Faculty of Economics, Universitas Negeri Semarang. Okay, the introduction from this paper we see from the United Nations Annual Emission Gap Report 2019 state that emission in the world have increased rapidly by 1.5% per year in the last decade. We know that the biggest contributor to air pollution come from industry. Sadly, the carbon emission disclosure in Indonesia are a voluntary disclosure, so there are still many companies that have not made disclosure in accordance with the provision. And we will show a little bit air pollution case in Indonesia. In 2019, there were 25 industry in North Jakarta, and there are consist of 23 cell charcoal industry and 2 aluminum smelter industry. This industry contribute much air pollution, but we don't have a solution for this case. So this research purposes are to find empirical evidence of examining the effect of industry type, company size, profitability, and media publication on carbon emission disclosure. In this case, we use accounting and financial number variable and connected to the environmental disclosure to see how much awareness of the company's management regarding environmental management throughout their disclosure. So here we have 4 hypotheses. The first one, industry type has a positive and significant effect on carbon emission disclosure. And the second one, company size have positive and significant effect on carbon emission disclosure. The third one, profitability has positive and significant effect on carbon emission disclosure. And the last one, media publication has positive and significant on carbon emission disclosure. We use population from 237 manufacturing companies listed on Indonesian Stock Exchange in 2017 until 2019. So here we use data before pandemic, and we use 78 manufacturing companies. We select using purposive sampling technique, and we get data from www.idx.co.id, and we analyze using statistic descriptive analysis and also multiple linear regression hypothesis testing. Okay, and we use 5 variables in this paper. The first one, carbon emission disclosure. It is type of environmental disclosure that include greenhouse gas intensity and energy use, as well as strategies and performance on target and greenhouse gas emission reduction, as well as the existing risks and opportunities related to the resulted climate change. We use a checklist item with the total score for maximum 18. And the second one, industry type. It is a certain characteristic in a company which differentiates the level of stakeholder attention. We classified in two types of industry. The first one is sensitive industry and the second one non-sensitive industry. And the next variable is company size. It is size regarding the small or big of a company. We use the total asset of each company. And the next, profitability. It is the ability of a company to make profit. We use net profit divided by total equities. And the last one, media publication. Because media play an important role in social mobilization movement. So we use checklist item based on total item disclosed in media, like a website, news, and also YouTube regarding the environmental issue about each company. And the results show that all of our hypothesis is accepted. So the industry type, firm size, profitability, and also media publication have positive significance on carbon emission disclosure. The result of this study indicate that all independent variables have a positive effect on carbon emission disclosure. In addition, it can be concluded that company with sensitive industry type will under more pressure to disclose carbon emission than company with non-sensitive type. This will make the companies more concerned about environmental disclosure so that they will get legitimacy from the stakeholder. The biggest company followed by a high level of profitability is expected to be able to expand the level of carbon emission disclosure. On the other hand, the use of media that is used as a means of communication from the company to the external is considered to be used as an effective publication media. What the company wants to convey will be conveyed in detail to the user of the information through this media publication, like their website, YouTube, and also Twitter and others. And we have some limitation also still found in this study. One of them is that there are still many companies in Indonesia, especially those that do not disclose their carbon emission disclosure, so that approximately 15% of the companies are only obtained from the total company listed on the Indonesian Stock Exchange during the 2017 until 2019 period. Based on the result of this study, it is expected that it can be carried out in other countries with a higher level of carbon emission disclosure, so that better results are expected. Thank you so much. This is all of our presentation, and we wait for your comment, your suggestion for the further our research. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Betty. It's very good presentation and also very nice about the what the carbon emission. Yeah.
Yes, right.
Yeah. Any question or suggestion from the participant about the we need to discuss about the carbon emission? Yeah. It's correct. Any question, suggestion, or question? No?
I think no. Dr. Jaka.
Maybe we will discuss about the carbon emission because very complicated, yeah. Because
Yes.
because if the fuel, if we use the renewable energy, is less for the carbon, but the price is higher.
Yes,
If we use
right.
the coal, is the price operation cost is lower, but emission is higher.
Yes,
It is
right.
difficult how to choose, yeah,
Yes,
according
right.
the situation now, yeah.
Yes.
Maybe you have opinion about how the industrial will choose, because you usually industrial look the operation costs.
I'm so sorry because I come from accounting department, so our research is on how industry manage their I mean how the industry manage their how to accounting and environmental
Yeah, I know that is
yes, if take their effect on their profitability and the other accounting number, but the detail how to choose what I mean the energy, fuel, and other we can suggest because we come from accounting department, not from engineering.
Okay, thank you. Maybe what actually the government have the mandatory what you know the
Disclosure.
proper.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
proper.
Yes. I see.
Yeah, to write the proper.
Yes. And it will encourage all the company.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Maybe for the next your research, maybe to join with the energy and then to collaboration with the technical from the energy department or so on. Yeah.
Yes. A great suggestion, Dr. Jaka. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Betty. We give applause to you. Thank you very much, Ms. Betty. Okay.
Thank you.
And then we continue to Retnoningrum Hidayah, correct?
Yes, that's right.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Retnoningrum, please prepare your presentation.
Okay.
10 minutes.
Is it okay?
Yeah, please.
Can you see?
Slideshow, yeah? Please.
Yeah.
Slideshow.
Wait a minute. Okay. Is it okay, Mr. Jaka?
Yeah, please. Time for you.
Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, thank you so much for the time. Today, I would like to present about our research related with determinant on environmental disclosure with profitability as intervening variable. My name is Retnoningrum Hidayah from Accounting Department, Faculty of Economics, Universitas Negeri Semarang. And this is about what we want to talk today. The first one about introduction, the second one method, the third one result, and finally conclusion. Next, this is our team with Professor Herianto, MBA PhD, and also Pungki Indrawan, then Miss Indah Fajarini, PhD, and also Dr. Eko Handoyo. Sorry. Okay. The next one. And this is our introduction. Companies are required to have 5 types of financial statement, such as statement of financial position, statement of changes in equity, and statement of cash flow, statement of income, and notes to financial statement. Apart from those, a company usually presents an annual report, sustainability report, and others that are required by the regulatory authorities. Hence, environmental conditions are getting worse, so environmental disclosure is very important in corporate governance now. And we have some phenomena here, air pollution due to the activity of the cement company, namely PT Semindo Gemilang in Lebak, Banten. And the second one, Indonesia is a country that contributes to plastic waste, which is the second largest marine pollution in the world after China. Okay. Next, we have some research gap. Maulia Yanto 2020 explained that there is a positive and significant effect on profitability on environmental disclosure and also sustainability report. But Rahmawati and Pudiwati state that there's no influence. Moreover, Sari and Rahmadani state that there is an effect of the company's independent commissioner on environmental disclosure in the sustainability report. However, Pratama and Raharja conclude that independent commissioners has no effect. Okay, then the study aims to examine the determinants of environmental disclosure, including an audit committee, the board of directors, and the independent commissioner board. Furthermore, this study also presents profitability as an intervening variable. Well, let's talk about our method. Okay, the population consisting of companies in agricultural, mining, various industry, consumer goods industry, pulp and paper are listed on the Indonesian Stock Exchange, and we use purposive sampling method. Population is 181 companies, and then our final sample, 28 companies, because we have a 2-year research data, so we multiply 28 multiplied by 2 years, it's gonna be 56 unit analysis. And after that, this is our result. Based on outer model, it said that our model is declared feasible, and also inner model has a good predictive validity. Moreover, based on the model fit test, it showed that our research model is accepted. And this is our research model and also the result. Okay. Based on this analysis, we can conclude that the audit committee has a positive and significant effect on environmental disclosure. Meanwhile, the board of directors and independent commissioner board have a negative and insignificant relationship with environmental disclosure. And then for profitability, as intervening variable is not unable to mediate the independent variable on dependent variable. Okay, let's move to conclusion. In conclusion, we can say that the company could encourage audit committee effectiveness. So future research is expected to add other independent variables to obtain more comprehensive result. So we have a pressure that you should have an audit committee effectiveness in every company in Indonesia. Okay, this is our contact. You can contact us in this number and also this email. Thank you, Mr. Jaka. This is all of our presentation. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Ms. Retnaningrum Hidayah.
My pleasure.
Presentation and also very good sound, yeah, about your presentation.
Thank you.
Maybe any suggestion or question from the participant? No? Any question or suggestion? So your conclusion is what the commissioning board is have negative, yeah, from the environmental.
Insignificant, Prof.
Oh, insignificant.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, because we worry if the commissioner board is have negative opinion from the environmental aspect, yeah.
No, yes, luckily no.
No, yeah, it's correct.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Your clarification. Any suggestion? No? Okay, thank you very much.
My pleasure, Mr. Jaka. Thank you so much.
Nice for your presentation. Thank you.
My
And
pleasure.
then we still have two presenter, Arya Jati or what the last is Afra Jafira Sinatria.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
please,
sir.
Afra.
Yes.
Okay, Afra first, after that Arya Jati.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
sir. Yes.
Thank you, Ms.
Yep.
Arya Jati.
Yes, yes,
Last
yes. Thank you.
presentation, yeah.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you.
Please, Ms. Afra Jafira Sinatria, 10 minutes for your presentation.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Jaka. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Afra Zavira Sinatria from Department of Environmental Engineering, Institute Teknologi 10 November, Surabaya. I will present about electrodialytic recovery of beaten wastewater generated from salt industry. My presentation consists of 4 sections. The first one is introduction, and the second one is method. The third one is result and discussion, and the last one is conclusion. Beaten is wastewater in form a concentrated liquid from the salt production process. This beaten still has a high salt in ion compound. The mineral compound found in beaten such as sodium, magnesium, calcium, sulfate, and chloride. One of the alternative technology in the salt recovery is electrodialysis. Electrodialysis is types of technology that use in ion exchange membrane that work directly electric current. Research aim is evaluate the electrodialysis performance of the beaten wastewater to recover the salt compound. The method in the research is to use 2 types compartment, 3 compartment and 5 compartment. Ion exchange membrane, they use a cation exchange membrane and anion exchange membrane with a surface area 200 centimeters square, and then electrodialysis are carbon graphite as anode and stainless steel as cathode. The voltage is are 3 volt, 5 volt, 7 volt, and 9 volt for 5-hour operating time. Each of a beaten and concentrator have 2 liter volume and electrodialysis in system. This is the result physical and chemical characteristic of the beaten. Parameters pH, chloride, sulfate, calcium, magnesium, sodium, and potassium. The result of chloride, the 3 compartment, the highest removal 92.05% and recovery 8.38%. 5 compartment, the highest removal 94.72% and recovery 14.78%. The result of sulfate 3 compartment, the highest removal 78.73% and recovery 6.40%. 5 compartment, the highest removal 81.10% and recovery 14.90%. And then the result of calcium 3 compartment, the highest removal 82.89% and recovery 21.45%. 5 compartment, the highest removal 85.33% and recovery 21.48%. And then the result of magnesium 3 compartment, the highest removal 0.32% and recovery 0.61%. 5 compartment the head removal 86.74% and recovery 0.72%. The result of sodium 3 compartment the highest removal 63.50% and recovery 13.55%. 5 compartment the highest removal 74.42% and recovery 15.39%. The result of potassium 3 compartment the highest removal 59.61% and recovery 7.27%. 5 compartment the highest removal 90.87% and recovery 10.58%. During the 5-hour electrodialysis process, solid precipitate will be formed, and then precipitate will be analyzed using scanning electron microscope to determine morphology precipitate. Meanwhile, the energy dispersive X-ray is used to determine the atomic composition of the precipitate. This picture is the result of 1000 time magnification participate. The participate also analyzed by XRD and then from the result of the XRD data was the analysis using math software and to determine the compound informed precipitated solid. This is a result solid precipitate 3 compartment and 5 compartment. In this conclusion, the conclusion is removal and recovery result for the highest voltage and in default the use in 5 compartment because the 5 compartment reactor have a large membrane area and they use 2 pair of ion exchange membrane, cation exchange membrane and anion exchange membrane. So the result of the removal and recovery of the dissolved product in the 5 compartment reactor were higher than 3 compartment. In electrodialysis process, it was not only dissolved recovery product, but also the precipitated solid could be recovery product because the precipitated solid has contained salt compound. Then thank you so much for your attention. Thank you, Mr. Jaka.
Okay, thank you very much, Ms. Afra Safira. Maybe any suggestion or question from the participant according the Ms. Afra presentation? Any question or suggestion? So the result is what the 5 compartment is the best, yeah. It's correct, yeah. If we compare with the 3.
Yes, 5 compartment.
Yeah, 3 compartment, and then so better we use the 5 compartment. Yeah.
Yes.
Correct. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Ms. Afra Safira.
Yes,
thank you very much. We give applause to you. Okay. Thank you, Ms. Afra. Now, the last is Arya Jati. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, I am here.
And then the committee announced before close this room 6 will take the picture. So please still continue to join in the Zoom. Okay, now please, Mr. Arya Jati, 10 minutes for you
Yes.
for presentation.
Yes. Thank you, Dr. Jaka. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I'd like to apologize for being skipping my proper session because I had technical difficulty regarding this PowerPoint presentation. But now I am back with the presentation. I'd like to begin with this presentation of mine. So without further ado, I'd like to say that this is
Maybe use the slideshow possible and the right side.
The right side, okay.
And because there is not yet slideshow. Yeah, please.
Is it already? Is it already?
No, not yet, not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, okay, please.
So I'd like to divide this presentation into 5 major parts, which is background, literature review, and then research method and discussion, and the conclusion of this presentation. And for the introduction, I'd like to say that coffee breeding can be a main activity and not only this secondary or tertiary activity as a leisure time killing activity, but coffee breeding from coffee plant planting and then and also brewing up until coffee drinking can be a main activity which can be thought as a more serious activity. So it is not only the coffee drinking in a leisure time activity, but it can also be an environmental. So my second promise is that coffee breeding should also be environmental, in which that coffee can be tasty, can also be ecological. So this is why this presentation is entitled Ecological Aspects in Coffee Breeding. So Wonosobo was selected because was chosen because our team, the majority of team like Pak Rifka and Mas Pramudia Lajuardi, they are present here in this session. They are both from Wonosobo, and I am in Ungaran. So we both like in around 3 mountainous areas of coffee breeding. So this is why we have come to the thought that coffee breeding should also be environmental. And then for this review, this is from Indonesian Research Institution or LIPI. They say that coffee plantation has become one major concern on ecology in this country for many years, and then it dated back to the Dutch colony until the New Order era, and then since then, in the era of Reformation, ecological potential has become the most awarding aspect in the land management, and coffee breeding is inseparable from that land management. What has become problematic is that not every region of ecological potential, has its local potential managed appropriately. There is still massive destruction of land and then deforestation. So landslide and flooding has been surrounding those areas. So this study proposes that integrated plantation programs can be considered to be one solution to settle down the dispute. So not only is about the environment, but it also is concerned with the regulation, the law. So for research method, we applied applied research. That is, the study is conducted from the library study to the field research. And then for the library research, it is done as a folklore study based on our background study in the Department of English, Faculty of Humanities, Diponegoro University. So seems whose concept we adopt here seems state that folklore occupies a wide range of human livelihood, ranging from baby born and then baby walk and then baby shower and even up to the cremation of the dead body of the deceased. So coffee plantation we deem to be one of our study. And then for the research, we did an interview to the coffee farmers and then also coffee processor from trader, and then they have the machine to process the coffee bean into this powder, and then even up to this hot coffee drink. And then for the discussion, this has come from numerous papers, academic papers, combined with the interview, so that the first one is that options to involve the community actively in managing state forests are seen as the last choice, which leads to financial and ecological loss. There were significant estimated financial losses at both government and household level when communities were not involved in managing the state forests. These losses could have been prevented if communities had been involved much earlier. And this is in line with what we have found so far, is that in Wonosobo up to Ungaran, farmers should be coffee farmers in this case in study should be involved in this policy. So this involvement will contribute to this ecological aspect in this coffee breeding. What happened next is that the lack of credit distribution seems to have been caused by mismatches between the credit scheme and the attributes of the borrowing characteristics of forest farmers. Therefore, there is a need of harmonize the policy and the characteristics of households which constitute the target of HDR loan, including their borrowing behavior. This has something to do with the law, and so HDR has something to do with the governmental policy. So what needs to be underlined here is that there should be inline harmony between the government and the citizen or the farmer here to make up a win-win solution about this land management. And what happened to this region in Wonosobo especially, or in Central Java in general. So Central Java has been considered to be the main production area for fractal wood, particularly in supplying wood to the provinces of West and East Java. One of the main production areas is in Wonosobo district. The moving fractal industry in Wonosobo is driven indirectly by investment in processing plants to meet the demand for white wood by Japanese consumers. This processing technology for this wood has come from Japan. European countries and US also import white wood from this area. And this has become the real challenge for traditional coffee farmers so far. So we have now come to the conclusion is that one, coffee breeding should not be auxiliary. Farmers, traditional coffee farmers, are still facing serious threat. This machine, great machine, big machine, operating. They are not. They seem to be face to face with this traditional planting and then this traditional techniques of this breeding of this coffee plantation. to the fact that the next statement is that coffee breeding, in fact, supports land conservation. So actually, there is no doubt in breeding the coffee as a coffee plantation because they are ecological mutu. So as the last word for this study is that coffee breeding has been in line, one more time, agree with, in line with governmental regulations. Ecological aspects have always been affected by the regulation changes. Legal assurance becomes involved in the ecological aspect when there is a land dispute regarding coffee plantation in Wonosobo. So there need a mutual understanding between the government officers and then coffee farmers, so that, for example, fertilizers and then farming tools and then maybe machinery and include tractors, for example, or heavy country farm harvesters could be provided by the government for the benefit of both sides, both the community and the government. Dr. Jaka, I think this is all my presentation, and I'd like to return the fact to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Arya Jati. Very good presentation. And now maybe any suggestion or question for Mr. Arya Jati according the ecological aspect in coffee breeding, at the Wonosobo. Yeah. Any suggestion or question? No? Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Arya Jati.
You're very welcome, sir.
I will give applause to you and also for the all presenter. Thank you very much. Already joined from the room 6, and then time we give to committee or MC, please. Hello. Room 6. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, please. You will take the picture and then all.
Oh, yes. Yes. Please
the camera.
Yeah. Please the sharing.
Before we close the
stop sharing, please.
Conference in the room 6.
Yeah, thank you, moderator. And before close the parallel session, would you like to take picture together and please open the webcam, Pak Bu Heni, Pak Pramudia, Mr. Pramudia, and Mrs. Vita.
Miss Betty, turn on the camera. And Anissa. Miss Betty, the camera. Okay. Clear? Yeah, okay. Everybody, all already on camera?
Camera.
Jumari.
Mr. Jumari, please open your camera, please. Mr. Pramudia Lazardi, please open your camera.
Pramudia, please on your camera. Hello. Oh, not here.
Okay.
Okay, please take picture.
1, 2, 3. Smile. Again.
One more. Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, thank you very much, all participants, all presenter. Thank you, Mr. Arya Jati, Miss Betty, Miss Heni, Miss Alfian, Retno Ningrum, and Afra, Thank you very much.
Thank
And
you very
then,
much.
You are welcome.
okay.
Terima
After that, you
kasih.
can join the closing, right?
Thank
The
you.
closing
Yes.
ceremony, maybe.
Yes.
Yeah, please join the closing ceremony. Okay, thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you
Requesting for
very much.
leave. Bye now.
Okay, I will leave this join. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.